The Menu. The Menu follows a group of people that have been invited to an island to experience a great culinary experience where a world-known chef and his team are preparing them an exquisite course of meals. The group of people invited are either famous or rich, but all of them are snobby, apart from one who is not actually on the original guest list, which is the character of Anya Taylor-Joy. I didn't really know what to expect from this movie, but I could get the usual all is not what it seems vibe from trailers, so I expected a film that would have mystery and twists. And that's exactly what you get. It's very gripping from the start as we meet these upper class characters who all have an ego to them. It's acted very well, and you end up not particularly liking a lot of the characters because they are just your usual upper class entitled dickhead. As a viewer, you can feel that something isn't right. As a viewer, you expect things to start going wrong at some point, and you just wonder what the truth of it all will be. Obviously, when you get this group of characters, they're invited to an island, so it's just them, and you have this chef that comes across a little weird, you start to think the usual things. Will he poison them? Will he do this? Will he do that? Of course, I'm not going to spoil anything, but that's what you assume. And of course, therefore, it's reliant on the build-up, and the build-up here is very good. The build-up has things on a knife edge, so to speak. You know, it's tense, but it's also funny. I think the humor in here is very well orchestrated. It comes off at the right times. You laugh at things that you're almost not sure if you should be laughing at, because it's quite a dark and twisted humor that kind of matches the situation. But upon learning truths throughout, you know, behind the restaurant, the chef, the guest list, and then of course Anya Taylor-Joy's character, I would say it lived up to its build-up. A lot of times the twist can feel underwhelming, and I didn't feel that here. I think elements of the twist were a bit predictable, and you do get moments where you are fed chunks of reasoning and information, not quite exposition, but you get those bits of information behind everything that's taking place that allow you to piece everything together, because you kind of go, you know, a fair amount of this movie not really knowing what's going on, so obviously it's going to get to a point where they need to throw some information at you. However, I do think it was handled in a smart way. It was handled in an effective way. It didn't feel heavy-handed or too on the nose. And it never really affected the flow of the story at any point. I felt like the pacing was good throughout. The movie was a good runtime as well. It was an hour 45. I wouldn't say it went on too long, and I don't think it was too short. I think it was kind of in that Goldilocks zone. And like I said, the movie is funny, but in a devilish way. So there's some real dark moments, and you end up laughing at them because of the way it's presented, because of the obscenity of what's taking place. The movie also looks good. You know, it's well shot, good cinematography, the usual good stuff. And I also like the stylistic choice here. They decide to present text on screen for a dish, explaining what's in the dish, almost like you're watching, you know, a MasterChef show or something, you know, where it's just listing what you're actually looking at. And they also use that for comedic purposes later in the movie, and I think that was a clever choice. It wasn't too in your face, it was just nice and subtle but effective. This is a good movie. Ralph Fiennes and Anya Taylor-Joy were definitely the standouts here, as you'd expect, and you know, it's a good movie. If you've got time to go and watch this, I would say go and watch this, because I think it's entertaining. I think it's intriguing, and I quite like the whole overarching story. It's not anything that's, you know, gonna win awards, I don't think, but I think it's a good movie. I would give The Menu an 8 out of 10, and on the rewatchability rating, I would happily watch this again if it came on late night TV. Thank you for watching. If you've seen The Menu, let me know what you think about it, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.